Alright, so now that we've got the basic forms and the basic shapes, we can start to rotate these so we can see what it would be like to draw it from different angles, okay? So right now we're not going to jump into poses yet because that will add another element, but we are going to kind of rotate it a little bit and see if we can draw it from different angles. Now, we might change the pose a little bit, like turn the head a little bit or something like that, but for the most part we're going to try and keep it the same. So let's start out by, we're going to have him be facing us a little bit more. Maybe have a little bit of a 3/4 because that way we can kind of see a little bit more of the form, but for the most part, we're going to have him basically be facing us, okay? So I'm going to start with the sphere that he has for his head, and his nose area comes down here to form the end of his face. So we have this here. I'm going to rotate that whole thing just a little bit. And let's make that muzzle just a bit bigger as well. So we got the face, we can put the eyes in here, and that will put the nose about here. Just adding in a few more details as I go. Gonna help me place stuff. Then the ears we'll put, let's see, those are gonna be back here. And the side will be over here. And I think they need to be a little bigger and a little lower. I think it's this one that we just need to move. They're more on the side of his head than on the top. And they're a little rounder, so we can widen that out. Okay. So that's a little better. We got his head in there. Pretty good. Okay. Let's do his neck now. From this angle, his neck's going to be somewhat obscured by the rest of his body, right? By his head. So his torso will be about like this, and I'm gonna move. I think we would be able to see even less of his neck. We're gonna have him be a little bit more hunched down, and I think his nose is too big too, so I'm gonna just make that a little smaller. We have that. Let's get his arms in here, his little hands. Okay. Overall, I think his head's just a little too big. And this ear still doesn't seem like it's quite placed right. That looks better. Okay. And I'm going to fix the slope of his head as well. You can see this isn't a perfect science, right? Like, I'm really, really trying to study and make these decisions, right? I'm not just whizzing through here because, one, I'm actually trying to make sure I understand how this thing looks, which is why I'm really trying to take my time instead of just kind of burning through here at the speed of light, right? When you're just sketching out of your head, you can kind of go as fast as you want, right? Or when you're drawing anything really, but when you're really trying to do a study, you need to take your time so that you can get it right, so it looks good, okay? There we go. I think that's what was missing, is the roundness of his eye, and that needs to be closer. There we go. That's giving us a little bit more of that rat feel that we're looking for. That's a lot better. And then this whole area needs to be pushed over. There we go. See that? Just take some focused practice and reworking to make sure you get it right. Okay, there we go. That looks better. So we got this, and then even still, I think we want to bring this down a little more. Running out of battery here. Let's finish this up about there. And then we can clean up these really dark spots really quick. Move his eyes down a little further on his face, I think. Yeah. Okay, so we got that. Let's whiz through this here. We got his legs that are going to be down here. Okay, all right, and then that stretch of skin that goes there between them. Just going to resize these a little bit. And then his feet, which from this angle are going to be basically straight on facing us. Pretty much, right? Just barely a little bit of angle to that one. A little messy there. And there we go. We've drawn it from the front now. Okay, so just by breaking out those shapes, it's what's really going to help us to understand where these things need to be placed, and where they kind of fit into the overall scheme of things. So that's it for this lecture, and I'll see you guys in the next one.